Namaste. Welcome to Yin Yoga with evening meditation. So this practice here is just going to move your body into some deep, deep stretching and opening. And we will use support for all the postures so that you can be supported within the posture so you're not straining and you're allowing your body to relax. And also using the props sometimes can really help the body get into a deeper place. It kind of shifts and adjusts where we're at in our bodies here. So if you happen to have a pair of blocks or one or any kind of pillows that you can use for props, you can even get creative with anything else you could use just to maybe be support under the hands. But a big pillow, a couple small pillows would be great as well. And for your shavasana portion, if you have something, warm and cozy, the clothing you're in, or maybe a blanket to cover, or your eyes, you might want to grab that as well as I'm doing my introduction here. After our yin practice, then we're going to complete the practice with a meditation called evening meditation, which just helps to bring you into a very relaxed place, moving out of your day, any work, any play, activity, and coming into the evening mode and just helping to promote a restful sleep, calming state for the mind. All right, so let's get started. I'm gonna have you, today's practice is gonna be focused a lot on our hips and hamstrings, but of course we'll get the whole body a little bit as well. So we'll start out in a reclined butterfly. So if you want to use the support underneath your back, you could grab a big pillow. Another option could be grabbing a couple of blocks, and you could place a block underneath your upper back, right up between the shoulder blades. This is going to offer a bigger lift through the spine, and then maybe a second block or pillow under the head. If you prefer not to use support or you don't have blocks, again, you could lie back on a pillow, just gently lifting the upper body, finding a little more comfortable position and opening. Otherwise, you can be right down on your back here. So the knees are open wide, the soles of the feet are together. So we're really right away getting into the hips here. This helps to release the low back a little bit as well. And then I'd like you to start out today, I'm just gonna remove my pillow for now, with your left hand on your heart, excuse me, and your right hand on your low belly, below the belly button. So really connecting to the body right now, connecting to important areas of the body where our breath originates, in the low belly, in the navel, and our third chakra energy center. So it's where we get our power, our strength, physically and also mentally and energetically. And it's where our gut and a lot of our fears and stuff reside. And then hand to the heart, so we can really connect to a loving space, a compassionate space, and see if we can just open our hearts and soften our hearts at the same time. So it's great to feel the balance of both. We must remain strong within ourselves, but at the same time, remaining in a place of love, especially right now, right? Opening our hearts rather than closing our hearts. So once you are connected there, close your eyes and just let your whole body relax. I will mention that there is another opportunity of support underneath your thighs, one block or pillow on each side if you're feeling a lot of strain here. We will be holding our postures for longer durations, so if anything feels like too much and you need to come out of it, do so. You could always bring your knees up for a moment and come back in. All right, so come back into your posture here, hand to heart and belly, eyes closed, and take a few moments just to let your body come into a still place. So letting go of all the fidgets. See if you can allow your mind to come into that same still place. So whatever thoughts, emotions, mind chatter is running around in your mind, see if you can just clear that out. To help clear our mind and draw our attention here, we focus on our breath now. By slowing down the breath. So together, let's take a full deep inhale through the nose, filling both the belly and the heart. And then sigh the breath out of your mouth, slowly relaxing and releasing tension from the body. And again, a nice deep breath in through the nose, filling belly and heart. Feel the opening to your heart center as well as the belly. And then sighing the breath out of the mouth just as slowly as you drew it in and starting to release again. More tension from the body. Let's do one more like that. Deep breath in through the nose. Sigh the breath out of the mouth. And let's just move the breath internally now, in and out of nose. Same long deep breath in the nose. And a very slow breath out of the nose. And just keep it going. Finding your own rhythm now as you breathe in, filling the heart and the belly equally. And as you breathe out, feeling your breath move internally in your body, just dissolving tension, stress. Inhaling peace, light, and love. Exhaling fears, anxieties, worries. And just keep it going. Feel that you're inhaling positive feelings, vibrations. Exhaling out any heaviness, any negativity. And just continue a few more rounds with this breath. Creating a bit of a meditation right here just by equalizing your breath. Keeping your mind fully present and engaged. And just bringing your body to a deeply relaxed place right now. Feel all tension dissolve, tightness, discomfort, releasing. Three more breaths here, slowing down everything, entire nervous system. And then slowly draw your knees together. Hug your knees into your chest. Just give yourself a couple rocks side to side and feel that massage into your spine, especially by pressing the low back down. Gentle massage into the abdomen and the front hips here. Shoulders and head stay relaxed on the ground. Come back to center now and just open both knees out wide and then draw the knees back in. And take that a few times, opening out as you inhale and exhaling in. So just warming and opening the hips a little more. Fluid movements with the breath. Just observant of where you feel any tightness or discomfort. Do two more of these. And now hold the knees open wide. You can either stay right here if this feels good. Maybe kick your feet up. You might grab under the thighs. You might grab the calves, or you might be able to grab your feet to happy baby. If anything is too much, just come to where it works for your body. Avoid lifting the head off the ground. So whatever that means for you, with the head down that you can grab on. Gently pull down with the knees, pulling the knees open wide. You can just stay here and breathe, or gently rock side to side. And again, just feeling the opening into the inner hips, inner thighs, but at the same time a grounding and lengthening into the spine. Make sure you're breathing here. For the full duration of the practice, our breath is what helps the body calm and relax, helps us come to a deeper opening. Just a few more breaths here, feeling with each exhale, the tension is moving out, the body is opening up. Nice, and then go ahead and bring the knees back together. Let's just get the spine right away here. Open the arms out nice and wide, straight out from the shoulders, and ground down through the arms. Drop your knees to the left, and let the knees come all the way to the ground. Now, if it is too much for your spine right now, feel free to let the back shoulder pop up a little bit, or you could put some support underneath your knees, so you're finding a milder opening and nothing strained. But with each breath, see if you can allow the spine to open more. And feeling the release of any tension in your back. Maybe the head can turn over the back shoulder as well, and encouraging that back shoulder to soften a little more. You might get a little stretch to the side of the neck. And see how slowly and deeply you can breathe. So returning to the long, deep breaths that you cultivated at the beginning. Each exhale, can you feel a deeper internal twisting action, rinsing action, which is creating a cleansing action in our bodies, a detox. And go ahead and take 3 more deep breaths here. Just by breathing, we can open our body from the inside out, move out the tension, tightness. And then go ahead and bring your knees back up and just move to the other side. Dropping the knees opposite. Again, you can put support under your knees if you like, or maybe allow the back shoulder to come off the floor as needed. And then just gently relaxing more to see if you can allow both shoulders to soften. Maybe your head turns towards the back shoulder, relaxing the neck a little more. Throughout the practice, honor your body. So if there's any issues, if you have any injuries or a lot of discomfort, then just move into a place that works for you and your body. Reconnect to your breath here. Big full inhales, long slow exhales. Anytime you catch yourself off in thought or in an emotion, replaying things in your mind, just catch it and bring yourself back to your breath, back to this practice. About 3 more breaths here. Go ahead and bring your knees back up to the ceiling. Grab on again and just tiny little rocks again. So one more time, just releasing any tension out of the spine. We'll come up to a seat now. So if you'd like to rock forward and back to come up, you can. If it feels better for you to roll to your side and come up, you can do that as well. We will come up to a seated butterfly here. We'll bring the soles of the feet back together like we were on our back. So feet can come as close to the hips as your body allows, but if you find the knees are high, maybe the back is rounding, you're getting a lot of tension in the hips, slide the feet farther forward to more of a diamond shape so that you can at least come up to a tall spine and maybe let the hips relax. You could use support with blocks underneath the thighs there, so it enables your body to come forward more. So from here, first grab onto either your feet, your ankles, or the shins, whatever is best for your reach. Pull the spine and chest up tall. Take a deep inhale. And then exhale, pull your body forward to feel a stretch. Start for a moment with your elbows pressing on the inner knees or thighs, or wherever your elbows or forearms meet. And then gently press the knees down as you start to pull the chest forward. So we want to avoid just curling the spine back as much as you can. See if you can lengthen, even if you're staying up a little higher. So this allows the spine to lengthen and stretch while we're getting the hips open here. So we'll start here with a few deep breaths. So find your range. If you can go deeper, again, without curling backward, but trying to pull the body forward, maintaining as much length as you can through the spine. Gently pressing the knees and thighs down with your elbows here. Maintain a long neck. If you want to drop the chin down, feel free to release the neck here. And then just keep breathing. And noticing that as you hold the posture and as you breathe, that maybe the body can continue to come forward. If that doesn't happen, just stay where you're at and just see if you can find a little more relaxation. If you find you're coming closer to the ground, you might walk your hands forward now, finding a deeper stretch into the whole spine, into the front of the hips, or wherever you're feeling it in your body. All our bodies are different. We hold our tension differently. Our body shapes and I can't think of the word I'm trying to think of. Everything is unique on each of us, so we might feel it differently. So wherever you're feeling any resistance or tightness in your body, just direct your breath there and see if you can breathe your body deeper. Breathe your body to relax more. The yin practices, as well as the restorative practices, and a lot of other yoga practices, meditation as well, they offer us the practice of patience. So if you're someone that's always on the go, that's one thing to the next and has a hard time staying in one place, and this practice might be challenging, which means it's a good practice for you. So keep breathing and see if you can remain still and just stay here. Keep redirecting your mind to this present moment. We'll be here just a bit longer, about 5 more breaths. So again, practice staying here. Keep breathing deeply and allow the body to release. All right, slowly walk your hands back in. Lift your body up and then close your knees together. Once your knees are together, go ahead and separate the feet a little bit. Walk your hands back. Just rest back here and just do a little shift side to side. Like a little windshield wiper. Bring the release into the hips, a little bit of release into the low back as well. All right, come back to that position, but we're not going to stay here. And now open your left leg to the side to an angle, and you can explore maybe less of an angle or more depending on the opening of your hips. The left knee is open, and you can either bring your foot to touch your thigh or just stay in a more relaxed position here. We're still going for more of that inner thigh stretch here, but now into the side body. You can have your blocks handy or a pillow if you're using support. And start with the right hand on the right leg here, and as you inhale, bring your left arm up. And then exhale, bend to the right. So you're sliding your right hand down your leg into a nice deep side bend here. So this hand might be higher up your leg, farther down. You might grab toes. You could possibly hook underneath the heel. You could even grab a block, either place it in front of your leg to rest or behind. So there's several options here. We're going for a deep stretch into the left side body here. Relaxing through the left knee and hip. And maybe feeling something into that right thigh as well. So again, allow yourself to go towards your depth. You might need a slight bend in the right knee, and that's okay as well. Your extended leg, whatever that is for you. And now long, deep breaths. The practice of tuning into your body, so finding your edge but your limit as well. And then also observing anywhere else. So if the head here is uncomfortable, you might turn the chin down if that feels better for your neck. Maybe relax the ear to shoulder. If you like looking up, that's an option too. So just explore. If it feels better to support your head, that's an option as well. But we're moving deeper into the side bend here. Maintain your steady, deep breaths. And really just feel the opening into your side body. About 3 more breaths here. Try to keep your back hip grounded though. All right, slowly lift your body up. And we're just going to switch to the other side. Open up, left leg or whatever leg you're working with here. And then bending the opposite knee. You're going to have your prop handy if you have one that you're using. Otherwise, hand rests on the leg, reach your opposite arm up, take a deep inhale, lengthening the side body, and as you exhale, bend towards your leg, keeping the chest open, so we're finding a side bend rather than a forward fold here. And then starting the breath. So you find the starting point, and with each breath, you might move deeper. You might not. That's okay. Going for releasing the tension, finding the depth within your unique individual body here. And again, any of those options you did on the first side, if it helped you to have your arm on a block or a pillow, if it helped to have support the back of the neck or turn the gaze different, then just try out some things that feel good for you. And then keep breathing deeply into your side body as you feel that nice opening. Keep the back hip grounded here. Steady stream of breath. Stay with it for 2 more breaths and allow your body to let go. Slowly pick your body back up. All right, we're going to keep that leg extended, open up the other leg as well. So now we're in a straddle here. We'll come into a forward fold. So you can open your legs to the width that works for you. If anyone saw the picture I posted for this, then eventually you'll get to that same place. Nice wide opening. For now, start with where you're at. Another bend to the knees could be helpful to come forward. If you're taking the bend of the knees, you could always use some support, blocks or pillows under the knees to just find a little more relaxation in order to go forward. So right from here, we come into a forward fold again. And you can stay wherever you're at, onto your hands. If you can come to elbows, feel free. If you can come all the way down, you might want to bring a pillow under the upper body to support you there as well. Relax the back of the neck. Soften your jaw. Be where you're at. Accept your body where it's at. Give yourself compassion and love, and then just breathe here. Again, utilize these practices to observe the mind. How can you shift what's going on in your mind? Be connected to your breath and find a place of peace. And how can you move that same peaceful energy through your body to help the stress that moves into our bodies to release as well? So very much been proven that if we are stressed in our minds, our body takes that on as well. So just let it all go right now. Three more breaths here. Stay with it. All right, walk your hands back in. And then gently bring your legs together. We'll move right into a forward fold from here. Take a couple rocks side to side and just feel your sits bones equal and grounded now. I'm going to turn sideways. A lot of times these postures could use the same expressions, especially if you have the tightness mostly in the hamstrings or in the back. So you could always have a bend of the knees here as well, and maybe use some support under the knees so you can actually relax there. If that enables you to come forward more, maybe take that expression. Otherwise, begin to walk your body forward. If this is it for now, start here. If you can go deeper, go deeper. For this, you could welcome to grab on. So yin is an active stretch practice here. So you can deepen using the arms if that works. If you have a strap or a towel, you could use that to grab on, which might help as well. And then allow the breath to flow. So you don't want to get to a place where you're restricted with the breath or that you're restricting the breath. So see if you can keep deep, fluid breaths moving into the body and then allowing the body to deepen here. Relax the neck and the jaw. And if this is your first time with this type of a practice and you're not feeling very comfortable in your body, I encourage you to do this practice more often then. The more we give our body the same type of conditioning, the more it adapts, and the body will start to comply a little more, gradually opening more. So we try not to just give up when something doesn't feel good or right, or we don't feel that we're good at it. Most of the times, those are the things that we should practice more. 3 more breaths here. All right, go ahead and lift your body back up. Sweep your legs around now. We'll come up onto hands and knees into a tabletop position. I'd like you to have, if you have blocks, grab them. If you have a couple of pillows or something you could prop your hands on, maybe grab those. And if you don't have them, that's okay. We'll work without them. You'll bring them towards the front of your body here if you're using them. So first onto hands and knees, making sure the hands are under the shoulders, the knees are separated about hip distance apart. And then spreading the fingers a bit. So spreading the fingers wide helps to support our wrists a little more. You want to be strong in the arms also to support your wrists and the body here. So just get a little movement into the spine. Inhale, cow, lift the chest, drop the belly, and let the low back sway a bit. And then as you exhale, cat, tuck the belly, tuck the chin, and curl the upper back deeply. Even tuck the chin to stretch the neck. And let's move with breath. Deep inhale, open the chest, shoulders back, feel the low back. Exhale, cat, curling, rounding, and pressing strong through the arms. And now connect the breath to your movement. Deep inhale, deep exhale. Begin to move at your own pace, so you might even move slower. Finding deeper movements within your spine as well. Breathing out the tension, moving out the tension, any tightness. Let's do 2 more rounds here. Once you've completed that second round, come back to a neutral spine. Let's just get a deeper opening into the chest and shoulders before we get back to the legs. So walk just the arms and upper body forward. Hips are going to stay over the knees. Puppy dog, or in Sanskrit, anahatasana, which means heart opening pose. So allowing the chest to fall towards the mat, feeling the heart fall towards the mat or the ground, whatever you're on here. Now if this is intense for your shoulders, just keep a slight bend of the elbows to start. You could prop yourself up on a pillow or anything. Otherwise, working to extend the arms more and release the chest more. Your forehead could be to the mat, or maybe the chin to the mat is going to deepen. So this is a huge opening to the front of the shoulders, maybe the back of the shoulders as well, the upper spine, and the heart areas. That's why they call this heart opening pose. So again, let's open up our hearts. It's so easy to let our hearts close in periods, in times like this when we're feeling so much fear and anxiety. We close in. So let's open up. Deep breaths. Three more deep, full breaths here. All right, slowly walk your hands all the way back in. And just to counter out a little bit here, let's just move into a cat. Curling the upper back, pressing strong through the arms. Pull the chest in. Just feel the stretch to the upper back in the opposite direction. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. All right, back to neutral. And we're going to step the right foot forward. So your placement, we want the front knee over the heel. And then from there, you can slide your back knee as far back as you can get till you feel a stretch into the front of the left hip and quad. Now, if you have some props, I'd love you to prop your hands up as high as you can get so you can really lift up the upper body. You're somewhat supported here, lifting body, so that you can really control how much you allow the hips to sink down. So this can be done hands to the ground, or you could rest your forearms on your thigh as well if you don't have any props, so that you can support the lift of the body, and then we're allowing the hips to just shift forward to a place that you can maintain without overdoing it, but you're working a nice stretch here. And then just nice deep breaths. And just find a comfortable gaze, a comfortable focus. Closing the eyes is always nice because it helps to draw the focus in, to tune into your body and feel the breath. And without any force, just allowing the hips to continue to open up here, possibly moving deeper. And it's okay if you're up here, you're just feeling your stretch. About 3 more breaths here. Stay with it. Try to relax the shoulders and the neck. All right, slowly lift your hips back up and continue shifting your hips back so that the hips are stacked over your back knee, and then you're going to slide your front leg farther forward, working to straighten your leg as much as you can. It might not straighten all the way, that's okay. If you've got those props, you can keep your body up as high as you need, and if you don't have props, you can rest your hands on your front shin. Otherwise, you might even go deeper, lowering the props a bit, maybe coming to elbows, and if you don't need them, just come to the ground and find your depth. So this is a deep stretch for the hamstring, that right hamstring here. As always, we're breathing to help release, open up, relax. Another option, if you want to feel a little more in the outer leg, you could turn your toes a bit outward and then just see how that feels in your outer IT band there. Probably not the greatest, but if you're feeling something, this might be a good place for you to hold and breathe. Again, long, deep breaths here. Especially here, relax your jaw. Just let go of any tension. Just about 3 more breaths here. Stay with it. All right, go ahead and lift your body up and just bring the right knee back again onto your hands and knees. And then all we're going to do is switch it out. I'm going to switch to the other side here. Step your left leg forward now. Make sure the front knee's over heel, and then sliding the back knee more. So for this particular one, we don't want to go past, it's a different stretch this way. I'm going to keep this front knee stacked and then slide the back knee back. We really get into, again, front hip flexor, quad, maybe deep into the psoas. So hands could be on the ground, but I encourage you to lift the body up here. So maybe you're supporting your hands on your thigh, or maybe you've got some tall blocks here or something to prop your hands up. So as the body's lifted, then you can control the amount that you allow the hips to go deeper here, and you're not just forcing into it. And again, just find a comfortable gaze, maybe close the eyes here. Long, deep breaths. Slow your breath down as much as you can and invite peace right now into the mind and into the body. Let everything else dissolve. 2 more breaths. Stay with it. All right, and then gently lift the hips back up, slowly to release. And you'll continue moving the hips back until they're stacked right over the back knee. Slide the front leg farther forward, flex the toes up, and work the leg as straight as you can manage. So again, if you've got props, you can stay right there. Maybe the hands are on the shin. If you can reach the ground, go for it. If you want to get deeper, just go to your range. Forearms down. Good. Again, try not to force it at the beginning. Go to the point where you're feeling something, but you're not overstressing, and you can still breathe. And then as the body opens, then maybe you can move deeper. And then same thing on the other side. If you worked into the outer leg a bit, you can turn the front toes outward, and you'll feel the outer leg now, the IT band a bit more. Relax your neck and your jaw, and focus fully on your breathing right now. And about 3 more breaths. Just observe, are you still resisting? Are you holding? Are you letting go? And then lift your body back up and just return to that lunge for a moment. All right, now we're just going to step into a forward fold at the top of the mat, at top of whatever you're on or wherever you're at. So feet about hip distance apart here. Feel free to bend the knees as much as you want. And let's take a ragdoll. So this is a great posture to just release the low back here, to open up the hamstrings more. But it's also so beneficial to just let the blood flow into the upper body. It helps the immune system as well here. So let everything just dangle and hang here. So again, knees can be bent as much as you want. If you're able to straighten a little more, feel free. But I invite you to keep a slight bend so you're allowing the spine to relax and the body just to hang. If it feels good, you can sway side to side or just hang right in the center. And we're going to be here for about a minute. So if you have any issues with being bent over, you can always just lift your head slightly here, take a break as needed. Otherwise, let your body just hang. Breathe deeply. Again, just feeling gravity pull the body down. Feel the blood flowing out of the legs, into the heart, into the upper body. Stimulating pituitary, pineal glands. And just letting, again, anything unwanted flow out, dissolve, release out of the body. Keep breathing. Loosen up your jaw, maybe shake your head a couple times, just a few more breaths here. All right, release the arms. And we're going to take our legs much, much wider. Really encourage you to have some support, sort of support here if you have it. So we're going to turn the feet outward. Bend the right knee as you slide the left leg out. So we're coming into this dragon pose. So we want to keep the right knee pressing open and back. Your foot can stay down or flexed up. And just trying to work the left leg out into a deep stretch. So stay as high as you need. You could use some props here. So if you have something, you might be up here and coming to your range. So this is a little more active posture. You're holding the position and breathing. If you're able to come down deeper, maybe have the hands to the ground. Keep working the right knee open. You could even challenge the hands at the heart. But we're going to be here for a bit, so unless this is super comfortable for you, I encourage you to maybe use some props if you're staying up a little higher, and then find a more active breath. Deep breaths to really just open up the hips, to stay strong. To keep your focus. We're really working deeply into the hips right now. Stay with it for 3 more deep breaths. Do your best to stay with it. All right, and now slowly lift your hips back up. We're going to come to a wide forward fold by turning the toes straight forward now. Feet should be wider than the hips by maybe a foot or so. And again, you can keep some props here and just stay right here if this is enough. Come down as low as you can. If you can get to the ground, go for it. If you want to grab the ankles, feel free. And again, just finding a posture where you're releasing the spine, opening deeply through the backs of the legs, and just breathing here. Keep a slight softness into the knees so you're not locking the knees or hyperextending here. And then careful not to rock the weight back, but keeping the weight over the center of the feet as you come forward. And just stay with it a few more breaths. All right, slowly press yourself back to your hands. And then keeping the feet wide, we'll switch to the other side. So turn the toes to face out. Bend the left knee this time. Flex the right toes up and start to slide the right leg out. So again, if you're up here, feel free to use props if you have them. You might stay all the way up here. Hands could be to the ground. Or if you're able to go deeper, just make sure you keep the left knee pressing open over the left toes. We're working this deep stretch into the inner hips. And again, just breathe here. It's a little more challenging if you're holding yourself up. I realize that. So do your best to just breathe into your stretch. Again, feel free to close the eyes. So anytime the mind gets caught in a thought, even if it's a judgment of where you're at right now or what you're feeling, close your eyes, tune into your breath. Just keep inviting peace within. Just about 3 more deep breaths here. All right, and then slowly bring your body back up. We're going to come to a second round of this wide-legged forward fold. So toes are turning straight now. You can stay up as high as you need or go as low as you want. This time, if you'd like an alternate stretch for the shoulders again, you can reach back, interlace your fingers, and then pull the arms over the head as you come back into your fold. And if that doesn't work for you, just keep the arms down. If you have a towel or strap, you could use that to hold on to instead. And again, mindful of not locking the knees here or rocking the weight back. Slight little bend, and then just breathe. Relax the neck and jaw. About 3 more breaths here. And then slowly bring your body back up just to that halfway lift again. And now we're going to try to go for a full split. Again, it was the picture that I used to advertise this class. So if you have some props to keep your hands on, that could enable you here. Otherwise, the hands can be on the ground, and you're just going to open the legs as wide as you can. Now, there's two options. Your feet could stay parallel if that feels better for you. If you'd like to rotate outward, flex the toes and move that way, you can as well. So you'll find where you stay. You might hold yourself with your arms or on blocks. Again, if it gives you more support, you can keep the toes forward. Otherwise, allow yourself to go as deeply as you can towards the ground. And we're trying not to sit back though. We're trying to keep the hips in line with the thighs and in line with the upper body. So just be here a bit. Use the strength of your arms. Breathe deeply here. And with each breath, see if you can find a little more opening. And this is an intense one, so try not to force, try not to overdo it. We don't want you to not be able to walk tomorrow. Maybe close your eyes. Again, just tune into your own body, your own breath. Don't get discouraged by me. If anything, be inspired. I've been doing this stretches and practices for so long, and that's why I am able to get to a deeper place. So again, I encourage you to practice more rather than getting discouraged if it didn't feel right today. If you're feeling that you're not good at it, we've got to nix that from our minds. 3 more breaths. Stay with it. All right, so right from here, bring your feet all the way back together. Draw the feet in. And we're just going to come down onto hands and knees and into a child's pose. Knees open wide, hips to heels. Walk the arms forward and then just rest and relax. So a softening to the hips, releasing to the spine, upper body. Allow your forehead to connect to the earth and just breathe. Relax. Feel as if you're connected to the earth, safe and secure. And the earth is absorbing any fears, any anxieties, any negative space within you. And then you're receiving the healing energy from the earth. Keep breathing. Again, stay here. Stay present. Stay connected. Let your body relax and open. And then go ahead and lift your body back up. And let's just move into the outer hips now. Coming into swan and restorative or half pigeon. So bring your right knee to the outside edge of your mat, working the foot forward as much as you can as well. And then slide the back knee back. So for this one, you may want support either underneath the right hip or underneath your upper body as you come forward. So you could lay on a pillow if you have it. Use your hands to support, or all the way down. So knee is on an open angle, so we're getting the outer hip and glute. Note that if this doesn't feel good in your body, you could instead lie on your back, taking a figure 4, with the right heel on the left knee and holding under the left thigh. And then we'll work the outer hip that way. So if this feels better in your body, go ahead and take this option. Wherever you're at, again, invite your awareness in, fully observing what you're feeling right now in this moment. And see if you can breathe out this tension, this stuff that's held up in your body, any stress, again, fear, anxiety that we hold in our physical bodies. Just keep breathing it out. Slow, steady breaths. Let's do about 3 more rounds of breath here. And then slowly lift your body back up onto your hands. Come around either onto hands and knees again. And if you want to release the right hip, you can just circle around. If you prefer, you could come into a down dog and really stretch out that way. Your choice, depending on how active you want to be here. Back to hands and knees, we'll move to the other side. So the left knee comes to the outside edge of the mat. Slide the right knee back, settling into the hips here. And again, if you want to take this on your back instead in a figure 4, feel free. If you have props to put under the left hip or under your upper body as you come forward, then just bring yourself to a comfortable place while you're working the deep stretch into the outer left hip and glute. Do your best to let go, to relax here, to find comfort within any tension or discomfort. And see if you can return to this meditative breath, equal in length, equal inhale and exhale. And just invite the little mantra, let go. And just keep saying, let go, let go. Let go of holding tension, let go of holding stress, let go of holding fear or anxiety. And welcome peace. And then slowly lift your body back up. And one more time, you can come to your hands and knees and maybe circle out the left hip to feel a little release, or take a down dog if that feels better, to just shift it around there, release the hips. Okay, and now come to a seated position. So before we lie down in our Shavasana for our final rest, I'm going to bring you into a little evening meditation, this is called. So if you do have a pillow, a cushion, a block, something, a chair even to sit in, that can bring you into a nice comfortable seat with a tall spine. If you prefer to be kneeling, feel free. We're going to take this meditation for about 3 minutes here. So it's known as the evening meditation. And this meditation is the perfect interlude between work and play or work and home life. So if you're working from home or if you're not, just moving out of the day into the evening and towards your restful sleep. It gently stimulates your pituitary and pineal glands. It relaxes the parasympathetic nervous system, making you both aware yet relaxed. So for this meditation, our hands are in Gyan Mudra, so the index finger and thumb tips are together. Usually we rest our hands on our knees, but we're just going to lift the hands a couple inches off the knees. So you're just kind of holding the arms up a little bit. Elbows are just by the ribs, shoulders relaxed, so it's nothing strained. It's a relaxed position, but just a little space off the knees here. And then the eyes are closed. And all it is 4 sniffs in through the nose and 1 long breath out of the nose. So it'll be 4 sniffs in, nice and slow. And then 1 big relaxing exhale out of the nose, very slow. And that's it, 4 sniffs in. And 1 long breath out of the nose. Keep it going, 4 sniffs in. One breath out. Keep going at your own pace now. And just allow this breath to invite your energy, your intention inward. To invite peace and calm within your being. Deeply relaxed state. Fully present right here and now. Stay engaged with your breath. Just you and the breath right now. Keep your attention on your breath, deeply within your being. Soothing you, relaxing you, drawing you in. Move through one more set of the breath. Once you've released your exhale, let your hands just rest down on your knees, soften through your shoulders. Draw the chin in a little bit, but feel a rise through the spine and the heart. Just sit still for a moment, feeling the effects of that breath, of that meditation. And then I'll offer you to either stay here, stay in this meditation longer to complete the practice, or you're welcome to lie down into Shavasana to complete the practice and find your meditation there. So if you're moving into Shavasana, just lie comfortably on the ground. Use any support you want under your body. Maybe cover up if you want some warmth. And then once you settle into your seat or you're lying down, just be in the stillness. Stay in this deeply relaxed place, feeling just peace and light within. Just allowing everything else dissolve and drip away. Whether you're lying down or seated, begin to deepen your breath again. And invite a reawakening back into your body and your mind. Make some gentle movements to the fingers, the toes. And shift your head side to side. If you're lying down, just roll onto your side and gently press yourself up to a seat. Keeping the eyes closed, let's bring the hands together at the heart center, pressing the palms together, really connecting to your heart. Let's close this practice creating this beautiful sacred sound of Om and creating that vibration within our own hearts and sharing that outwardly to all beings everywhere, sending the love out and sending healing energy. Take a breath in to prepare. And then bring your hands to meet between the eyes, connecting heart to mind. Let's keep our hearts open right now and continue sharing love rather than closing our hearts and feeling otherwise. Let's honor all beings everywhere, including ourselves, the divine love and light within. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining this practice. I hope you feel very relaxed and restored, much more open, and in a place of peace. Till I see you next time, sending love and light to you all.